friends and mimosas. Yeah, it's gonna be bubbly kind of time. Join new friends to relax and unwind. The best food with drinks on the side. Cheers to the good times. It's friends and mimosas.
And mimosas.
Yeah.
He is.
There you go. See?
Oh my God.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Sad to be like, you like my love.
No, it's something I need to hear sometimes because I forget. Like I make my videos and sit around in the house.
Right.
I don't have this rock star life, you know.
I got 6 cats.
Oh, there you go. So you have the rock star life. Yeah. It's fun. A guest at 3 different comic conventions. So that's the cool part too, and I'll go into that. Is I've had people just screaming. I'm like, hey. So I don't know why I'm that serious. I just dress up as a cat, you know.
But that's what makes you great.
I guess. I don't know. Like you mentioned humble. I said, yeah, that's my biggest flaws. I'm just so humble. Just really humble. You know? I'm kidding. It's a
I
joke.
think that's awesome.
That's great. Look,
How does it make you feel?
When it first happened, you know, I was like, wow, this is real. Like these numbers that I'm seeing on people watching my stuff's real. It's kind of normal to me now, but I have sat there and had these days to where I'm like, what if it gets too big and I'm getting to where like I can't go out of my house without. But I like people and I think that's what works. Because it's like anybody that comes up to me, I'm not like, oh, get away. It's like,
right.
because
obviously.
Good thing you were sitting down, because you might have.
Oh, I'm going to look through that window. Well, they have bars there. So,
You would have toppled over for sure. Yeah.
But I guess like my thought is when people come up, I'm like, oh, new friend, you know, because I like people. But there is this part to where I don't want to lose. Like, I'm not saying I'd ever get to that point of like a big A-list celebrity to where they're just bombarded all the time, you know. There is that fear of like, what if it gets to where it's like kind of dangerous to go out and do stuff?
Yeah.
I don't think it will, but you know.
But like she said, you have that recognizable face too. You just,
I guess so.
That is your, like, I feel for me, I feel like that's your image. Like that's what makes your content great.
I've had moments to where I was like, I want to cut my hair, but then my dad said, no, you can't. That's your trademark.
Okay, so tell us how Leigh McClendon turned into.
McNasty?
Yes.
Yeah, I was actually on a game show with Jay Leno, and he asked me the same thing, and because
Are you
it's
serious?
Yeah.
You were on a game show?
Yeah, I was on one, and I was actually recently a super guest on another, and it'll air in November. Okay. But I got to do that from home, so that it's just still TV. But when I told him it was.
You're a big TikTok guy, right?
Yeah, I do a little bit of that.
And what do you do on TikTok that gets?
Well, I started making them when I was a teacher. Like I had a friend say he had a video blow up, and I was like, let me check it out. And I thought it was just dancing and stuff. And then I said, well, I'm gonna make one. And I woke up one day and it was at 100,000 views. And now I do that. I make videos based on like random things that my kids say in my classroom. I imitate the kids. There was an app called Vine years ago, and I just got into. I think I was in 12th grade or something. When that came out, I was like, oh, I like making skits and trying to make people laugh. But I sucked at it then. I was terrible. And I didn't know how to edit and stuff. And I don't even think you could. But I was like, well, if I ever do something, if I'm ever popular like one of these people, my name's already hard to I mean, if somebody wants to, if they're like, oh, that's Leigh, how do you spell his name? I don't know. I got to have something kind of that stands out. And me being more immature at the time, made McNasty. It's kind of like a play on my last name, but then I just never changed it when TikTok came around, and I kind of got popular on there. I said, well, it's too late. I didn't change I should have rethought about something else, but here we are.
Yeah.
There you go.
And here we are, how many followers later?
A little more than 7 million.
Wow.
Like that. Yeah.
Think the McNasty stuff.
Yeah, it's a little too late now.
Yeah.
If anything, I wish I could get just my username Leigh, like have it solid. It looks so much cleaner, but I don't think I can do that.
No, that's iconic, McNasty.
Well, I mean, because there's other stuff I want to do. Like I want to make music and stuff. Because
I saw that. What an awesome voice.
You raise me up to more than I can.
Yes, no, yeah, he's great. He's amazing.
Are you trying to?
Well, I sing worship in our church and stuff, and but I've flirted with it so much to where it's like I want to do it, but the only struggle with is, if I become a recording artist, do I go by Leigh McClendon or Leigh McNasty? So what do I do?
Wait. No, you're like Cher. You just Leigh.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
I was gonna say, you just gotta make that separate
Or just
account and you
McNasty,
promote it.
yeah.
Oh, that one. That's the one.
I think it would depend on what kind of music you make too, because if you're gonna do
I don't
worship
know.
music, I don't think
Yeah.
McNasty fits.
Well, I mean, I think my plan is when I do music, I do want to try just, a basic song.
Yeah.
Something that's, because I do want to do worship music,
Yeah, so
throw it in
McNasty
there.
might not work.
Yeah.
McNasty worship, they don't.
Yeah, because that's
I mean,
something
I'd be
that-
piqued.
I would too, but
interested in
that's
worship
a
music.
big thing
the
when
audience
people,
you might be trying to get might be like, what?
What's happening?
when like I get noticed in Walmart or something and somebody overhears, because I've had people say, oh, hey, I heard them talking, what do you do? And I'm like, I'll do social media stuff. They're like, okay, what's your name? And I say McNasty. They're like, do you post nasty comments? I'm like, no, it's actually pretty clean.
How do your parents feel about it?
They at first were like, oh, that's cool. Are you making money from it? And I'd be like, no. But then all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, look at this paycheck. And
Is
then,
it better than a teacher's pay?
I'm sure it is.
Really?
I was
sure
about
it
to
is.
say, she already
yeah,
know.
Yeah.
it is.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna go into numbers.
No,
You don't
I
have
would
to.
never ask.
And I will say this, for me, I think for other content creators, it's harder to keep things fresh, but I think I was blessed with the randomness in my brain to where I can come up with junk,
Yeah.
So it's not as hard for me as it is teaching, because I didn't teach in easygoing schools. I taught in rough schools where I was being cursed out and stuff, to where it's a lot less work,
Yeah.
Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, that looks good.
Okay.
Fried, the bacon duck, shrimp and grits.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Literally, dude, I literally just watched the video of you pooping in the litter box. I'm not even lying, dude. My wife, we've watched so many
thank you.
videos at night we get home and we think, oh my God.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep,
Am I stealing
that's
that
it.
too?
Yep, you're stealing
Okay,
that one
well.
too.
I've always been the garbage disposal. in my family.
Yes.
Hey, what you think of the shrimp and grits?
Let's try them.
This has cheese in it, yes.
Oh, you never had grits?
Never had grits.
So maybe
Do you like
theirs
cheese?
looks like it does.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a
That's
lot
pretty
of
good.
cheese.
That's pretty good. I like it.
Okay.
It's
You
not
want
as
more?
scary as it seems.
Yeah, what you don't like the texture, you think, or
I think just the look of grits scares me. I just don't know what to
would you
expect.
eat grits again?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
They would have to really.
You can,
I don't know. They would have to really. If it all tastes like that.
yeah,
Sure.
they do. You have to put cheese in
Does it normally
though.
taste like that?
It normally has butter, like instant grits or something. It's more buttery, but
I guess I
when
could
you
say
go
it's
out, it's more cheesy.
I don't know. I think it's because I started with like oatmeal, and I've always eaten like that brown sugar oatmeal
Yeah.
to where if it looks like that, it's supposed to be
Supposed to be
sweet.
sweet.
And,
Talking about your parents, how do they feel about it? Do they get,
they think it's awesome. I think they're still just in shock about it. My mom's husband, we went to a basketball game to watch. I think it was his granddaughter.
Oh yeah.
And like I had like 8 people at that high school come to take pictures, and I kept apologizing because I had to walk by him. He said, "No, man, I don't want you to apologize." And I think that's just incredible. And I don't know, I let my mom be like my little manager at my comic convention and handle money for pictures, and she at the end was like, "I'm just so impressed at what you've done." And so I don't know. To me, it's normal now. I don't know. I have, when I bought that truck, like you were talking about, I had to pinch myself. I said, I was like, why? What did I do to deserve it? But
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's a blessing.
oh yeah, I believe that 100%.
I was going to ask if you're still teaching, but apparently not.
Yeah, and
When did you stop?
that was I ended on May 2022, and also when I stopped, I was in Shreveport and I was in the process of trying to move to Ellick, and I just bought a house. So at the same time, it was so confusing of like trying to move in and think about teaching again. And I said, you know what, I've flirted with this idea of going full time. I might as well try it. I think I can do it. I wasn't a think I can do it. I was pretty sure I could.
Yeah.
And I think she asked what classroom I was in. Is actually it's my cousin is my pastor at my church, and he said, hey, we have a youth room, and they were kind of a more poor church at the time. And he said, hey, if we let you have free reign of this youth room that we don't use, we'll just consider everything you do to a donation. I said, that's fine. That's like a little studio. So
Yeah. When you were teaching, how'd you get your content? Did they really do?
There were a lot of things I did take. If a kid said something off the wall, I definitely wrote it in my notes because I was like, that's like one of my favorite ones was I was on duty at recess and a kid just walks up and he's like, hey, look, he's got something in his fingers and it's a piece of bird poop.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I just started laughing. I'm like, why? Why do you have that? Like, and then I said, I have to make that into a video. It's just, they are random. And I like another one, a kid just, he was going to the bathroom, coming back, and he's just looks at me and starts running down the hallway and slides on his knees and just gets up like nothing happened. I'm just, he's not supposed to be running, first of all, but I'm just like, it was just so out of the, I just started laughing. I don't know. I could go on. I'll go one more because this is my favorite. I was watching them go to the bathroom again, and another one says, because I had this one kid, he would like to kind of make fun of others. You know, I was in a rough school, and he came up and said, and then the other one, he apparently was kind of picking on another kid. I didn't hear it. And the one he was picking on said, hey, I'm sorry I told him he looks like dog pee. And I just sat there. I was like, what, huh? You know, I didn't know what. And I just kind of stepped out the room and laughed and then walked back in and said, it's okay. I told him he probably deserved it. You know? I used to work at a summer camp, and every training we would do, they would give us a bunch of food, but they would have big pans of bread pudding, and they would just put it in the fridge after we're done. So every night I'd just go sneak. I'd get big things like this of bread pudding.
Did they put raisins in there?
No, I don't mess with that, man.
Look, it must be an Italian thing. I don't know.
That's one
My
of the
mom
deadly
was not.
sins right there.
I put raisins in mine.
Really? You need to
Mom just
repent.
say, what happened?
The only child, or do you
No,
have
I'm the
siblings?
middle. I've got
Okay.
an older brother. He's 2 years older, and I've got a sister that's 2 years younger, and she just had a baby. So.
Oh, okay. So you get a lot of content from the baby,
Well,
or is it just
it's-
newborn?
I thought about making baby videos, but that would be me just spitting up and stuff, you know. I thought about it. I was like, I should get just a big diaper and a bib and just, you know, like kids, like babies just make
That
sounds.
would bring McNasty to a whole nother meeting.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
saying.
thinking about writing that in my notes here in a second. that I don't know. It's just all my content's me embarrassing myself to where I don't know. I feel like I have to hold off because even like the deer hunting shows and stuff, my thought is like, that's macho man
Right.
stuff. When they see me dressing up as a little girl, they're gonna be like, hey, this guy's weird. Get him out of here. So
You already dressed up like a little girl, and they invited you.
I was
so
really
I'm
shocked that they
sure-
did. I really was. I said I wouldn't have invited me. So.
Okay. You know what? There's something about someone that made his own business out of being a little girl. You know, like,
Yeah.
and you're,
I guess so.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
Okay, I got you doing cat videos. How many cats do you have?
3. There's
Three?
3
Wow.
too many.
What's their names? That's important.
I wanted 2. I had a big fat one named Noodles. It was my sister's old cat. She moved to Shreveport, and she was moving in with my dad because I don't remember the situation. But anyway, my dad was like, hey, you can't have the cat here. And she asked me if I'd keep it. And I said, okay. But when she said, would I keep it for a little bit until she gets a place to.
Yeah.
And that turned into 2 years of having her, 3 years. And she was like, hey, would you be mad if I took her back? I said, you owe me a lot of money for cat food.
Right?
So I kept her. And then I got a girl I know from Shreveport. She found a little orange kitten on the road with its eyes all messed up. And so they got it fixed, and I took it. And he's a little bobtail orange cat named Binky. And then I've got a little flat-faced cat that's
That one's cute.
her name is Phoebe. So, but she had a lot of problems. The people getting rid of her, they seemed like they didn't take care of her that much. But I asked why are y'all getting rid of them? They said, well, we're trying to have a baby and stuff. And I said, okay. And then all of a sudden the cat kept crapping everywhere. And I said, and it was just liquid crap, and I took it to the vet, and it had a tapeworm and everything, and I said, y'all didn't want it. I said, okay, you lied.
Is she better now?
Yeah, she's better now. Yeah, but she's the sweetest cat ever.
She looks so cute. That's my favorite one.
Let's hope they take care of the baby better than they take
Do you
care
have
of
a favorite cat?
I say no, but it's probably her.
Yeah.
Because she's just so sweet. When you sit on the couch, her tongue is always like, and she'll just purr like a motorboat, and she's just so sweet. But they all have those moments where you're like, oh, you're my favorite, you know.
Until.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the very first time you were noticed?
Yeah.
What happened? Can you tell us about
I was at a QT, a quick trip.
Okay.
And I was dating a girl in Texas, and we were going to Oklahoma for like a little camping trip. And I had this mindset of like, man, my videos suck. Maybe I should just quit. It's hard, and it's taken a lot of. I obsess about it. And I remember we were in that gas station, and I saw this little boy in glasses, little cute kid, just doing like this at me, and I was just like, and then all of a sudden he and his sister walk up, and she's like, hey, he's super nervous, he knows you. And then I was like, it's kind of cool, they wanted a picture, they thought it was real cool, and I was like, all right, that's proof that I'm doing something right, you know.
Yeah.
And I think it was actually on that trip I got noticed like 2 more times, and I was like, okay, it's kind of cool.
Wow. What year was that?
21, I think.
Okay. So it's not that long ago.
I've only been at it for in January it'll be 4 years.
Okay.
But I mean, like the first year I was obsessed with it, but I was trying to get it done. I used to just make deer hunting videos and like costumes and stuff, and I'd be out there at my grandma's house, and every time I'd see her come out on the porch, I'd have to hide. I'm like, I don't want to see me in a deer costume or something. You know?
One thing you could change about social media, would you? Or is it, can you think of it?
Put me on the front page of everything. I don't guess. I don't know. I feel like social media is cliquey though, and I've had somebody else say that because like I consider myself a big creator online. There's creators that I know that I'm friends with, you know, acquaintances, that they'll get all these special offers and stuff, but they get nowhere near any views. It's like they kind of wiggle. It's like they're like this, and they get all this.
Do that?
They'll be on like the official TikTok creator page talking and getting these deals with them. I'm like, why? You don't get me. Like, what do I got to do to get this special stuff, you know? But I don't know. It can hurt your feelings, but then it can kind of make you mad. And then, I just get to where I'm like, I'm gonna just do my thing and make them regret not coming after me, you know. So, I guess less cliquey, you know, because it is. It's like a high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I never thought that.
It is, because when you're trying to be successful in there, and the moment somebody with 1 million followers follows you, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna follow him back because he's gonna help me. They don't help you.
No.
They don't help you. But then because I've done it plenty of times, reached out for help, and I see seen and nothing. I'm like, unfollow. What you follow me for?
Right.
What's the point?
Well, are you going to follow us?
Yeah, send me your stuff. Like
Negative.
Nancy's.
Yeah.
All the time. Because I'm the type to where if you say something stupid, I'm gonna.
You reply.
I'll type it out and then I'm like, no,
Delete.
gotta delete, can't do it. But I actually I do read my emails because my brain is like, nobody should be sending me emails unless it's for specific things. But if people will send me like, love your stuff, I'm like, that's fine. But then I posted one, it was like somebody took a picture of their TV, like it was like a news thing, and it was like, how to understand your kid's new slang, like lit, bet, fire,
I saw that.
drip. And
yeah.
somebody sent me an email like saying, Leigh, you shouldn't say that. They were kind of going the racist route again. I was like, what?
Wait, I use that every day.
And I sat there and was like, you don't work with kids.
Right.
Every kid says, that's fire, bet. And I sat there and I said, look, I don't remember what I replied. I said, look, you just, I don't know if I said don't message me again. But I had to put on my story.
They actually emailed you
Yeah,
or messaged?
I don't even know how they found my email, but they did. And I put on my story, I said, look guys, when I post funny stuff, and you think about emailing me about correcting me, I said, don't do it. Because I don't care. I decide to publicly respond. My goal is to always make everybody else laugh, though, because I don't know. I posted some stuff to where everybody's like, oh my gosh, that's why I love Leigh so much. I'm like, yeah. I don't do it.
What do you do on your spare time?
I stare at walls. I'm kidding. It
would go insane.
I'm a video game nerd, and
Yeah.
I'm also an avid hunter as well. And my white noise on TV is mostly deer hunting. Which also, I'm going to be on 2 hunting shows coming up soon.
Which two?
There's a show, and I don't want to jinx it, but I mean, I've been in contact with them. They said, hey, we're getting everything worked out. One is called Deer and Deer Hunting TV. And the other one is with a guy named Blaine Anthony. And he does a show called Bear Whisper, and I think we're going to go to Florida for alligators. Which alligators, that's a big phobia of mine. I have nightmares to where like I'm on an island, and there's water with alligators, and you have to get across, and I don't know, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Any appearances or anything besides the deer hunting?
I'm gonna, in November, the only other thing I have is that other little game show I was on. It's called Person, Place, or Thing. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I think they kind of reached out because they're like, oh, we were trying to get some more views on it, which I don't mind. My episode that I'm on will be in November. I don't remember the date.
Is it a TV thing? Is it
yeah,
something?
it's a TV game show. It's like kind of like a 20 question style game. Yeah.
What will it be airing on?
That I don't know. Well, being on that, I definitely was like, I can get used to that. That was fun. Yeah. I just think it's cool just to see.
What was the experience like? Being on set.
It was surreal. It was like, wow, this popularity's real, I guess. Because I mean, like I say, I make my videos and sit around, and I don't get out and do stuff to where because even when I got off the plane in LA, I stood there waiting on the transit to bring me to my hotel, and some girl just is hanging out the window. Why are you up? And I'm like, oh, I'm in California and people know who I am. This is weird. We went to that what's it called, Venice Beach too, and went to some little bar thing. And some girl freaked out, was screaming. I was like, that's kind of strange that people are knowing who I am.
Yeah.
So
All the way out there. That's crazy.
I had one video, and I don't know why I did, but I did one recently, and on Instagram it got like 10 million views, but it didn't go to my normal traditional audience. This was going to people in like New Zealand, Switzerland, Asia, and stuff. Like I had people commenting with Asian writing going, you don't have to speak English to know what this video is about. And I'm like, kind of cool.
That is cool.
So,
To play a game?
yeah, let's do it. I'm ready to
All
lose.
right. Since you're in the games,
Yeah,
we play Would You Rather.
I love that game. We'll go camping, and it'll be 12 o'clock at night, and I'll say, you want to play like 20 questions, or would you rather? And they'll be like, no, I want to go to sleep, and I get sad.
Like, man.
Okay, y'all. Would you rather love with heartbreaks or never love at all?
These are a lot cleaner than mine. Love with heartbreaks or never love at all? I'll get my heart broken.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already
Same.
what happens sometimes.
Probably everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be depressed.
I mean, you get over it.
You
I
get
feel
depressed
like.
either way, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Get pooped on
That
by a
one.
bird
That one right there.
for a week
No.
or poison ivy for a month.
The plant or because I'm not allergic, I'll take that one.
You would do the.
I'm not allergic.
No, you get one little poison ivy.
Then you get rash.
Yeah.
And how long did you say that one was?
A month.
I think
I'm
the
getting
bird
pooped
poop.
on for,
Yeah, it's
for
the
a
week.
week.
It's the
Yeah.
poop for a
Yeah.
week.
I couldn't stand being.
That makes some
I-
cool
I-
content,
a
you
whole
know?
month.
Well, like I get mosquito bites, and I'm allergic to mosquito bites, so I
Yeah.
hate when my skin burns.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Probably the bird poop.
The reluctance.
Okay, we're all getting pooped on.
Yeah,
for a week.
right.
Yeah, you don't have
Yeah,
to
you can
tell
fill
it
it to the
all.
brim.
Okay, in the heart of Halloween, because Halloween's around the corner, would you rather face the Grim Reaper or Freddy Krueger?
Freddy Krueger, you know why?
Why?
You know the movie's like, I think it's like an hour and some change or 50-something minutes. You know how long he's in that movie for? Like 7 minutes.
Really?
Am I going to have to deal with him for 7 minutes?
No, you either face him, he's here with you, or you're not in the movie. He's here.
So are they gonna
real
kill
life.
me?
Yeah.
Are they killing me?
I don't know. Who would you rather?
You just got to take that glove off. And then it's just
Yeah,
a man
that's
just beat the brakes off of him.
I'm thinking Freddy Krueger because you have a chance
Yeah.
to run. The Grim Reaper,
Well, you're
he's
talking
just
about death.
tapping.
That's
Yeah,
death.
that's death.
You're done at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might have a
I don't want
little
to deal
bit
with
of
either,
a
but I guess I'd take Freddy.
Freddy's just got some skin issues
Yeah.
Yeah.
and a
creepy
claw.
voice.
And a nice sweater.
You know.
We're giving you 3 wishes.
Okay.
What are your 3 wishes?
You can't wish for 3 more wishes.
I think the one is going to be the typical. Let's go with infinite money because I'm gonna help people out. You know, I'm gonna set my family and friends up. Another one, time travel. I think if I wanted to go back
That's a
and
new one.
Yeah.
oh, thank you.
Thank you so much.
If I wanted to go back and like revisit a fun part of my life, I'd love because I'm somebody who I dwell in nostalgia a lot, and it's unhealthy, but I'll sit there and get sad about it because I'm like, man, I wish that's gone.
Right,
Can't get back to it. And also, I've got an obsession with wanting to see like dinosaurs and stuff. Yeah, I get sad. I'm like, I'm never gonna see dinosaurs ever. We know they existed, but never gonna get to see one. So time travel, money. Maybe teleporting. If I wanted to go see family in another state, just snap my fingers and boom, I'm there. You know.
Do you have family in the
I've got family in North Carolina, like Florida and stuff, to where it's. You only get to see them when you plan that one weekend out, and go see them for 3 days and come back home.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Well, thank you. Cheers to 3
Oh, yeah, cheers.
amazing wishes. Hope they
yeah.
come through.
I don't think they will.
Invitation for you.
What's that?
Since you have nothing to do,
Right.
we're doing a Halloween special.
Oh, really?
We're going to have brunch, and then we're having ghost hunters come, and we're going ghost hunting.
Well,
He
I'm not.
said,
I was gonna say I know somebody who would like to come. My girlfriend would probably be
bring
like,
her.
yeah, okay, I'll run it by her. I'll run it by her.
Yeah,
She's gonna say yes.
We went and stayed in that what's it called? The plantation down.
Myrtles?
Yeah,
Yes.
we
Oh,
stayed
it's
there
her
for her
favorite.
birthday. I'm not really into. I'm not. I don't know if I believe it. My opinion on the whole ghost thing is it's not ghost to me. It's demonic, if anything. That's my brand. But we didn't have anything happen.
You
So
didn't say anything.
no, well, there was a funky smell coming out of our room, but I smell a lot of funky stuff. I just was like, well,
You
maybe
work
there's
for
a.
children, so
Yeah,
you know.
could have just been my socks, But I don't know. I'm still down to do it. I'm not afraid of it. Do I need to dress up as a cat if I come?
Can we make that happen?
I figured it was Halloween.
I would love that. I think we need to make that happen. They all have to dress up.
Is it in the restaurant?
No.
No.
Okay. So, last year, I contacted the ghost hunters, and they're like, go to Rip Van Winkle Garden, it's haunted. So we went, interacted with the ghosts, and they're coming back for Halloween. And we're going to a bed and breakfast, and the ghost hunters are coming back.
Right.
They're ghost
So
hunters.
neat.
So sorry.
Who are the ghost
And we
hunters?
used LA spirits.
I'm not gonna lie, I did think it was a cool experience just to be there, and we did the tours and stuff.
Yeah.
To where I kind of started looking around more haunted places to stay. What are some good ones in your opinion?
Where we stayed at for
Really?
that.
Oh, tell him.
Okay.
Tell him.
It's T Ferry, right? Yeah, it's in Lafayette, I think, right? I don't know. I think it's in Lafayette. We went, and that was a wild experience. I have not ever experienced something in my life. I've always been just trying to. I was in tears laughing and crying at the same time, making a video. We woke up to footprints on the wall, her glasses.
That were not there.
Yeah, her glasses being broken in half. Thank you.
See, I've had one thing. I've always been like when I hear people saying like, "Oh, these stories are," we had ghosts chasing us and stuff. I'm like, oh,
I don't know about
you
that.
saw Bigfoot
Right.
too, right? But I have one that I'm like, know what I saw. You know, it was weird, and I'll explain why I'm in that mindset of like I know what I saw. I remember in high school, we had an old white pickup truck, and we'd throw trash in the back, and that's what we would use to haul off trash. And Mom wanted me to go do it. You know, it was right down the road, so I backed out of our long driveway, and as soon as I backed out and looked in the rearview mirror, I don't know why I saw it. It was like a silhouette of a person chasing with it, and it looked like gray static on a TV. And then my heart started racing. I zoomed off, and I was like,
What did
I
just
know the
see?
brain can play tricks.
Right.
But after that, I told my mom, I said, I saw the weirdest thing. She said, I saw that same thing yesterday. And I said,
Wow.
Okay.
look, that's a little, so like, I would have just, you know,
Blown it
fluttered
off
it
and-
away, you know, but after that, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know. It was so unexpected, but it was just like
And
a
y'all
second.
both seen it.
Yeah,
So.
I
That's
just
crazy.
hearing her say that, because she's not that kind of person. She was an English teacher. She's like, if I said, "Oh, I bet Bigfoot's real," she'd be like, "Probably not."
Not.
You know, because I was a huge Bigfoot fan back then. But I mean, just to hear her, somebody who's very skeptical on that,
Wait,
just
do
say
you
that.
believe in Bigfoot?
I don't know. I used to be. I have 2 Bigfoot costumes because I used to want to make videos and stuff.
I want to see this happen.
But I wouldn't be surprised if one day they said Bigfoot's real. But
Can you please, when you go do your deer hunting video, dress in your Bigfoot costume?
That
I
would
can
be
see about
scare
that.
so
the
good.
shit out of the other people.
that would be fun. I'd get shot
Yes.
probably.
Oh,
You
that's
probably would.
Well,
Not
I'm-
where it's cleared at.
My uncle, I could bring it. My uncle and dad invited me to go to Missouri on a deer hunt with them, and I'm like, it's like a paid hunt. I'm not big into the whole paying for hunting, but it's like I'd like to make a memory with them.
Right.
So maybe I could bring to that one
Yeah.
for sure and record
That
it.
would be so
It would be
Yeah.
good on your channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're actually getting ready to. Y'all have heard of the 13th Gate?
Yes.
I've never been, and we're going there
I heard
on.
that it's hard. It's hard to get through, huh?
I do like that. I don't want to go messing around with a Ouija board, you know. But I mean, if it's people in costumes, I'm all right with that. But we're going there on the first Friday of
Okay.
October, and we're gonna see how that goes.
Yeah.
I love Halloween time.
That's in Baton Rouge?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right by the 13th Gate Escape.
You've been?
I've not done the house, but I've done the escape room. And they have an asylum escape room that you should definitely go to.
I'll do
It's
whatever.
Scary.
Really? Mm.
It's very they have like air popping out, and there's like this. I'm not gonna tell you everything, but there's this one part you have to crawl. You can only go in by yourself, and something gets closed behind you for you to open something else. It is wild.
I don't think I would like that.
It was wild.
Is it big enough to fit through?
It's a
Or
crawl
you
space.
Have to, oh my gosh.
There was
It's a
one
crawl
I did in Shreveport. It was called the Dixie Corn Maze, and they have like it's a really cool place. And I might try to go back this year. But they had one little haunted trail where you had to crawl through a tube. But they had little glass things with like rats in them and stuff that you
Oh
could see. And
no! See, I'm into haunted houses. I just
I
got
love
back
that.
from Universal's Halloween Horror Nights,
Really?
and if you ever get the chance, definitely go do that.
I
It is
had
amazing.
a friend. I'm actually going to be on his podcast. I think in November, and he invited me to a thing at Universal for like the premiere night of the new Halloween movie.
Yeah.
And he was talking about doing some haunted house stuff, but it never happened, and I was so sad about that.
Yeah, no, it's
yeah.
worth it to go out there. It's
Oh, I'm sure
great.
it is. Yeah.
Here's to new friends.
All right.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah, I thought it was a fun time. That's real good food. Yeah.
Friends and mimosas, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, comment and share just to show that you care. Friends and mimosas.